Hello everybody, this is YaHUaH Minor Productions. Apply YaHUaH's word in your life, deny yourself daily, pick up the stake of folly, YahuSHA all day, every day. YaHUaH, YaHUsha in the flesh. The Ruach bracht me toe and some things I need to share. YaHUaH, YaHUsha in the flesh. Okay, I hear this everybody, for the deniers and the people who do not understand and the people who ignore it. You already know, they always bow down to YaHUSHA. Mashiach, always. Why? We can only bow down to YaHUaH. Why they always bow down as well to YaHUSHA? Because YaHUSHA is YaHUaH in the flesh. Okay, so let me explain and comment with the scriptures. And there came a cloud overshadowing them. And the voice came out of the cloud saying, "This is my son, the beloved, hear him." And then, but YaHUSHA answered them, "My Father's work until now, and I work. Of myself I am unable to do any matter. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is righteous, because I do not seek my own desire, but the desire of the Father who sent me. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. There is another who bears witness of me, and I know that the witness which he witnessed of me is true. You have sent to YaHUaH, and he bore witness to the truth." You see, because YaHUaH was there already before YaHUSHA in the flesh. You see, he was there already there, but in the appearance from the disciples. You see, so he was talking about him already. Why he don't talk about YaHUaH? He said that YaHUaH was walking on his feet and he's coming here. Why he don't state his name only YaHUaH and is coming in the flesh? It is YaHUaH. No, because in YaHUaH this only means I am, and the self-existent one. So that means I am. So I don't need y'all people. But I have made a creation and I want to save my creation. I don't want to let them lost. Let them all be filled with love what I have and what I give them to them. So I give myself an extra name. So add a saving to my name, deliverance to my name. That is what he did. So that is why he put Shah on his name. YahuSHA. That means Yahu saves. Deliverance. He saves you. I am the Savior. I'm deliverance. That's what he said. And that's what it is. And that is why he's coming there. And that's why YaHUaH is talking about him already there. And that is he's not come with his own desire, but from the Father and all the stuff. Because he is the Father himself. He cannot say from the flesh person this flesh thing, this thing is what no. He want to show you that the spirit in him, that spirit is YaHUaH himself. Speaking through a body that he himself made without a seed. In the womb of Mariam. You see? So, okay. YaHUSHA said to them, "My food is to do the desire of him who sent me, accomplish his work." You see? He said directly, YaHUSHA said to them, "My food is to do the desire of him who sent me, accomplish his work." He said not my Father's food, or my YaHUaH's food, or my YaHUaH's food is to do the desire of him who sent me. No, it don't sound like that. That is why he specifically said himself, YaHUaH himself, in the flesh, YaHUSHA, "My food is to do the desire of him who sent me, and accomplish his work." You see? And then, "For this cause I bow my knees unto the Father of our Adonai, YaHUSHA HaMashiach, And for this reason, I bow my knees to the Father of our Master, YaHUsha Messiah. For it has been written, as I live, says YaHUaH, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to YaHUaH. Each one of us therefore shall give account of himself to YaHUaH. Therefore let us not judge one another any longer, but rather judge this, not to put an obstacle or a stumbling block in our brother's way. I know and am persuaded in the Master YaHUsha that none at that is common of itself, but to him who regrets whatever to be common, to him it is common. To YaHUsha Messiah, you see. Come, let us bow down and bend low. Let us kneel before YaHUaH, our Maker. For he is our YaHUaH, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. You see? And the sheep of his hand. So, for he is our YaHUaH, he's talking about us, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep from YaHUsha, his right hand, his hand, you see, his hand. So we are his hand. Today, if you would hear his voice, do not harden your hearts, as in Meribah, and as in the day of Masha, in the day of the wilderness, when your fathers tried me, have profaned me, toch they saw my work. For 40 years I was grieved with the generation, and said, they are the people who go astray in their hearts, and they do not know my ways. The way what he means is that he's coming in the flesh as YaHUsha, and that YaHUsha said, listen to what I said and follow me and all the stuff. And otherwise, if you not listen to him, then you ignore everything what YaHUaH has created, what YaHUaH has said. YaHUaH said to himself, listen to him. Only to him I will listen. He is my beloved son. He's said that not for a joke. He really means that. So if you not listen to him, you already perish there. So you must listen and you must confess that YaHUaH is YaHUsha in the flesh. So let me speak further. And he said, they are people who go astray in their hearts, and they do not know my ways, as I swore in my wrath, if they enter into my rest. That at the name of YaHUsha every knee should bow, of those in heaven and those on earth, and of those under the earth, and every tongue shall confess that YaHUsha HaMashiach is Master, to esteem of YaHUaH the Father, so that my beloved, as you always obey it, not only in my presence, but now much rather in my absence. Work out your own deliverance with fear and trembling, for it is YaHUaH who is working in you, both to desire and to do work for his good pleasure. You see? So that as the name of YaHUsha every knee shall bow, earth, under the earth, everything, so that my beloved, as you has always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now much rather in my absence, work out your own deliverance with fear and trembling, for it is YaHUaH who is working in you, both to do the desire and to work for his good pleasure. And as they were going to report to his thoughts once, see, YaHUsha met them, saying, greetings. And they came and held him by the feet, and did bow to him. Okay? You see? We only bow down to YaHUaH. Why we again bow down to YahuSHA here again? Because YaHUsha is YaHUaH in the flesh. And as well, we need to listen to him only. That is what YaHUaH and YaHUsha, all and the Ruach Kadesh said. And all the prophets and all the scriptures and every line what we're reading. But everything is made by him and everything made is for him. So, yeah. On coming into the house, they saw the child with Miriam, his mother, and fell down and did reference to him. On opening their treasure, they presented to him gifts of gold and frankness. And Miriam, you see, they said, on coming into the house, and saw a child with Miriam and his mother, and fell down or bow down, you see, and did reference to him, and opening their treasures, and presented to him gifts of gold and frankincense and Miriam, you see. So they knew from this is our Savior, this is YaHUaH in the flesh, as it is written. Before he was already said he was coming, out his own mouth as well, outside the standard Bible scriptures. He said that he was already there. He put his own blood shared there, and said that to Adam in the Adam and YaHUaH, in the first book of Adam and YaHUaH, chapter 24, verse 24. There you can see it there. And Thomas answered and said to him, my master and my YaHUaH. Okay, we don't have two masters and we don't have two YaHUaHs. So he said to YahuSHA, my master and my YaHUaH, because he knew that YaHUaH is YahuSHA in the flesh. Okay, let me put it like this. He don't say to YahuSHA that he is YaHUaH. No, he said to YahuSHA that he is YaHUaH. You see, it is crazy when it sounds like this, but it is like this. He said, you're talking to him, straight up in the eyes, he's looking, and it is spiritual talking, and he said to YaHUaH straight up at that body from YahuSHA, from, hey, you are YaHUaH, I see it. And if he asks about from YaHUaH, from, hey, can you please show us the Father, then in the mind of YahuSHA said, okay, cool. I will jump out of this body, and this body of my body, YahuSHA itself, will drop that, and then you will see me. But no, you all have flesh bodies as a suit on, so you cannot see me then. If I do that, and they all think from, oh, I will be gone because you said that from show yourself, and then I dropping that. You see, only dropping that body there. You see, that is why he was in the flesh there, to show y'all people from, hey, you cannot raise yourself up from the dead. You cannot do that. That is what he did. You see? And as well, he did all those things what no human or magician or witchcraft or devilish, you can name it, can do. That's what YahuSHA did. What only YaHUaH can do. You see? So, yeah. And those in the boat came and did bow to him, saying, truly, you are the son of YaHUaH. Why they bow down again to YahuSHA again there in the boat, from when when he put down the storm and all the stuff, because they knew he is YaHUaH, YaHUsha in the flesh all day, every day. So he lifted his eyes and looked, and saw 3 men standing opposite him. And when he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them, and bowed himself to the ground and said, YaHUaH, if I have now found favor in your eyes, please do not pass your servant by. Okay, you see this verse? He said, so he lifted his eyes and looked, and saw 3 men standing opposite him. And when he saw them, he ran from the tent door and meet them, and bowed down himself to the ground and said, YaHUaH, if I have now found favor in your eyes, please do not pass your servant by. So he knew that YahuSHA is YaHUaH in the flesh. We all know we cannot see YaHUaH only through his doings, and as well as an appearance in the flesh as YahuSHA. So he was talking there to YahuSHA and to the other two persons there. You see? And that is, however, it transpires that one of them is Adonai, the YaHUaH HaMashiach himself in the flesh. You see? So YaHUaH HaMashiach said to them, truly, truly, I say to you, before Abraham came to be, I am. You see, you now understand this? Genesis chapter 80. So he lifted his eyes up and looked and saw 3 men standing beside him. And when he saw them, he ran from the tent door and met them and bowed down himself to the ground and said, YaHUaH, if I have now found a favor in your eyes, please do not pass your servant by. Bereshit, Genesis chapter 18, verse 2, verse 3. So, again, and let all also virtues bow down before him, all nations serve him, for he delivers the needy when he cries, and the poor who has no helper. He spares the poor and needy, and he saves the lives of the needy. He redeems their lives from operations, and from violence, and their blood is precious in his eyes, and he shall live, and gold and Sheba be given to him, and prayer be made from him continually. Let him be Kodesh of Buraket all day long. Let there be plenty of grain in the earth, on the top of the mountains. Let its fruits wave like Lebanon, and those of the city flourish like grass on the earth. Let his name be forever, his name continue before the sun, and let them Baruch themselves in him. Let all nations call him Buraket. Buraket be YaHUaH Aluah of Yasharal. He alone is doing wonders. And Buraket be his esteemed name forever, and let all the earth be filled with his esteem. Amunah and Amunah. You see? And that is his reference to YahuSHA, because YahuSHA did all those things what YaHUaH did here. And that is why he said again that his all doings is YaHUaH. And his all doings was like, I must quote out the verse from hold on, I'll pick this further up. Back for what I was saying, for by him all things were created, that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, wherever the thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created through him and for him. And he is before all things, and in him all things consist. In Colossians chapter 1 verse 16 to 17. And here comes the best part. Who is the likeness of the invisible Aluah, the firstborn of all creation, because in him we are created all that are in the heavens, and that are on the earth, visible and invisible, whatever the thrones or rulerships or principalities or authorities, all have been created through him and for him, and he is before all, and in him all holds together. And he is the head of the body, that assembly, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that he might become the one who is the first in all. The YaHUaH. I hope this clears for y'all people who not understand it, and that YaHUaH is YahuSHA in the flesh, but YaHUaH is YahuSHA in the flesh already. I've made several videos about this stuff, about YaHUaH is YahuSHA in the flesh, but this is another Ruach lead me through this stuff. And thank you YaHUaH, thank you YahuSHA, thank you Ruach Kadesh, thank you Ruach, thank you Aluah, thank you all. Thank you, protectors, Malachis, messengers or angels. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Pakas. Thank you all. Thank you, strangers. Thank you all, everybody, man. In the mighty name, YaHUSHA Mashiach, Amunah, YaHUaH, always team to YaHUaH, YaHUSHA, Aluah. This is YaHUSHA Minor Productions.